There's the rest of the sports fans, all of them,
How you
right?
doing, man?
Living the dream, man. We are 2 weeks out from our league draft day. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow. There's a lot of talk out there, a lot of excitement.
Oh yeah, generating
Yeah.
a lot of buzz for the fantasy football league coming up. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they're buzzed, but they could be. We work in healthcare, so most of us are three sheets into it.
Well,
Yeah, lots of talk. Solid,
that's awesome.
yeah, solidified our 12 team league today. So
Oh yeah.
that's all up together. Um, yeah, I was just, you know, working diligently, putting together my draft strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. Working hard, are you?
Or I should say one of 12, because, I have no idea. I really
Speaking
do.
of which,
I
welcome everyone to
we
another
really have.
exciting episode of We Really Have No Idea, where
Yes.
we're going to talk about our fantasy football league.
Sure. You
I
got
think
it.
mostly, is that right? That kind of the
Yeah,
agenda
sure.
today.
Sounds good.
We're being recorded live from an undisclosed location in the Great Pacific Northwest.
It's hard to be recorded when you're not live. We tried that in our first episode. Didn't work very well.
Not
You
much
know?
audience for Comatose, huh?
Yeah, it didn't turn out. The audio was
We don't
off.
care.
The backgrounds were all messed up. It was just like, this isn't working. What are we going to do? So
So
tell me,
12 team league, you say? Last season
yep,
it was 14, and
yeah.
that
And
was
we
that
dropped,
was tight.
yeah.
That was
It
tight
makes
late
it
in the
difficult.
season as players got injured and you needed to hit the waiver wire, and
Yeah,
bye weeks were really in full flex, and
yeah,
I think that's the only reason that last season we had a team named Purple Rain.
yep.
I think that may be the only reason I was able to beat him. One of my teams was able to defeat him. I think the final week of the regular season, he had three star players out on a bye on week
Yeah,
14, and there just wasn't anybody to
yeah.
fill in.
Nobody on the waivers.
So
Nobody's going to
he and
trade
I,
because you pissed him off, and so
yeah, so he and I, we were in the second round of the playoffs against each other. My opportunity to take first place, and he smoked me.
he
Just,
showed
I
you what
mean,
it's like to.
broke the 200-point mark for a weekend, and I had like 110
Uh,
points, and
yeah,
it was the back-to-back game, playoff where we first round it was weeks 15, 16, and the second round it was weeks 17, 18, and oh, he just crushed me. Finished fourth, a respectable fourth. My other team, finished the regular season. I was in fifth place, but somehow I ended up like down in seventh or I can't remember. But I had a gas my first season playing fantasy football. Thanks for talking me into it.
yeah.
It's turned into quite a fun little journey. And like you said, I'm looking forward to this next season. Pretty much the same in terms of points and all that stuff, Commissioner.
Pretty much the same. We are going to change it up a little bit and we're going to enact the keeper rule
Keeper.
this season. So you can keep, and I'm toying with it a little bit. So the keeper rule means that at the end of the season, so like for instance, I played in a dynasty league where at the
Oh,
end of the season, you have 10 slots that you can fill with your roster. So you can carry over those players to the next season
yeah.
up to, or you could, or not. So I'm thinking we might do that this season, but only one or two players,
Yeah.
right? And just like one or two, and that's it. And then if you are a new player coming into our season or into our league next year, we would adjust the draft so you draft first. For instance, if it's a keeper season and we get one and I've got Josh Allen, everybody's like, man, you've got the man,
Yeah.
and you're new, you get to go first, or something like that. So I'm kind of toying with that. The points are basically the same. I'm going to encourage our team, or excuse me, our managers to review the points because I've adjusted them like last year so that defense scores points, right? So when you're holding that other team to like 50 yards,
Yeah.
you get a little bonus.
Yeah.
When you kick a 60-yard field goal it's not just worth 3 points, right?
Yeah.
So check it
That
out.
one, if I recall, that one was worth 6.
It's worth
Or
50 now.
oh, no
Yeah.
way.
So I'm kidding.
Hold
I'm
on,
kidding.
hold on, hold on.
Yeah. Hey,
My
yeah,
strategy changed.
yeah, strategy change. So the points are basically the same, but um, yeah, so it should be a good time.
Well, it sounds like a gas.
Yeah.
And I've been toying with team names.
Oh,
I know we're not stuck on, just keeping the team name that we
you
had
can change
before.
it.
The one that's ahead right now is Mick, him again, but I don't know how to spell. So
Oh, FTSS.
I got PFFBBBT.
Sure, that'll work.
So Mick, him again. So
Card,
it's I got a towel nearby because
yeah,
I knew
little
I'd be
card
doing that one.
there. Oh, okay.
Waivers, and nary a drop to drink.
Okay.
No, okay. Or let's see, the half-ass draft experience. It rhymed.
Sure. You could change it mid-season too.
Oh,
You know,
really?
yeah, you could.
The Mickey Cinematic Universe. Yeah, I don't know.
Most of
The, the
I
Legion of the
most
Legion
of
of
them they're
whom?
the same names, right?
What? Most
The,
of them are. Yeah.
yeah, the reigning champion, Electric Skelly, he's keeping his name.
Well, that still have no idea what it means, but I love it.
Yeah. Well, he was looking at the icons, and
Yeah.
he saw that icon of a skull, and it was electrified. So he's like, "Oh, Electric Scully." Okay.
But
I'm like,
it's Skelly.
dude, I don't know. Maybe
Skeleton. Okay, I got it. You just you took away the mystery for me.
he drafted well,
Oh, he did.
traded well,
He
he
did.
kicked butt all season, and he's 14.
And the thing that killed me was, I told you the other day we were full disclosure here. Steve and I occasionally meet for lunch. I was telling you the other day I went and kind of looked week by week over certain rosters from last season,
Mm-hmm.
trying to see, where did their success come from? And I just lost my point. But Skelly, yeah, he drafted well,
Uh-huh.
and he also had a couple of like a key rookie in there, like Malik Neighbors, that I
Yeah.
don't think anybody saw that coming.
Yeah, he pulled Neighbors in. I think he pulled him in the draft, and then just
Yeah,
yeah,
it just worked out.
like 3 different games. It was like, how did you know to do that? I asked him a couple days ago. I'm like, hey, we're gonna do like draft day. It's on Saturday. How do you want to do that? He's like, I don't need your help. I'm like, no, 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 that's not what I meant. But what's your plan? But he's like, Dad, you need my help. And I'm like,
That's
wait a second.
what
Okay. I'm like,
wounded there.
all
Boy,
right, I got it.
he just ganked you.
Yeah, okay,
Oh,
Bigfoot. Yeah.
that's rough.
So that'll the student has become the
Oh,
master or something like that. But I don't think he was ever the student. He's
boy,
consistently
that's rough.
good time.
Um,
So hey, I'm toying with one of my draft strategies is to try and get a complete rookie team
yeah,
or
you mentioned
soph-
that.
or a sophomore team.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
I've
so.
been thinking about that, and other than the defense and the kicker, but even there's a couple rookie kickers. But
So
I'm
you
about
so you'd
like
have to end
really
up with Cam Ward
sure
because I'm thinking that's going to be the only rookie starting at the beginning of the season, quarterback wise.
Penix
Oh well, Penix isn't a
or
rookie.
or
Okay, but
rookie
okay, so
sophomore.
you're
Sorry, rookie sophomore.
so rookie or first time starter.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I
But
got
like try to keep it as many rookies as I can, and that's the strategy I was working on this morning. I was just like pulling rookies and looking at it, and I'm like, man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rookies in the running back region alone, like
you.
in
Yeah,
the column alone. And I'm like, and 3 of them are like in the top 10. I'm like, hey, it's
yeah,
not just Aston Gentry. It's like, wow,
yeah.
that could be fun. Could be
Caleb Johnson for Pitt, R.J. Harvey for Denver, Cam Scattaboo for the Giants.
yeah,
Who's probably going
Lamar,
to be behind Tyrone Tracy,
yeah,
Quishon Judkins, but he's going to miss some games. I can't remember why.
yeah,
Trayvon Henderson behind Ramondre Stevenson in New
yeah,
England. Omarion Hampton, who we got to watch a little bit last night,
yeah.
didn't we? Did he play for the
Scatabo.
Chargers? Yeah, Scattaboo for and
Yeah.
then Ashton Gianti, of course,
Mhm.
who everybody thinks is completely pro ready. I think they've already given him the rookie
Yeah.
year award. I don't know.
How about Woody Marks?
Who's that?
Just check it out, man. Look it up. Do your homework.
Woody
Marks.
Woody Marks.
Yep.
Okay.
Mark my word. Woody Marks. You're going to be seeing him mid to end season, and next year he's going to just take off. But that's
yeah?
just my.
What team is he on?
I don't even know. I just made that up. Here, I got it right here. Sorry, I was.
Woody Marks. Is that KS or
I don't know.
is it like Karl Marx?
And there's some. There's a couple of tight ends too that looked pretty favorable, right?
Oh yeah,
Mason Taylor, who went to the Jets.
Colston Loveland.
Colston Loveland,
the rookies. Yeah, Darren Waller from Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, they let Jonnu Smith go, who was on fire at the end of the season. Let him go to Pittsburgh. Tyler Warren of Indiana.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
And let's see. And wide receivers, who would you have on the wide rookies or high wide receiver? Quentin Johnson for the. Oh wait, Quentin Johnson is not
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, absolutely. Matthew Golden for the Packers. Golden.
Yep.
Tedaroya McMillan for the.
Yeah, McMillan for the Panthers.
Amika Buka for Tampa Bay. I'm not sure how much he's going to see. Because you got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin in front of him.
Yeah, but you also have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin ahead of him. Mike Evans isn't going to come back at 26. Chris Godwin isn't going to come back. Both of those guys
Chris is.
They're both great, but
Chris will be there. He just signed a new deal. This may be Evans.
Yeah,
Evans, I know he's hoping for another 1,000-yard season to break the record. But the way I saw him talking the other day, I thought, is he thinking about wrapping it up? Yeah, because you're right. Might not be there 2026, but Godwin will be. Godwin, I think he will be. But yeah, so running backs, that's tight ends, quarterbacks. Let's see.
How about Jack Betch with the Raiders for running or wide receivers? He looked.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that name the other day, and it caught my eye. And in fact, I think I did a practice draft, and
as I'm looking at some of these rookies, I'm thinking more aligned with the teams that are rebuilding and or have the aging or sunsetting positions, like for instance Mike Evans and Godwin, right? They're great, don't get me wrong, but you know what, in 2 years they're most likely they're sunsetting and the majority of their passes are going somewhere else.
No wonder you're thinking dynasty league. You got your eye on all the youth, man.
We could I don't want to get too far into it. It's recorded, so we won't talk about that. We're not going to talk about that right now. What do you want to check? Tight ends?
Tight ends, yeah, we touched on those guys. Yeah, Colston Loveland is the big hyped guy in Chicago.
Gunnar Helm.
Say it again.
Gunnar Helm. Or you could call
Gunnar. Yeah.
But it's not Gunnar, it's Gunnar.
Oh, Gunnar. My mistake.
Gunnar.
See, I grew up around some Germans and they pronounced it Gunnar. Gunnar.
Write that down. That's it. Yeah.
Gunnar what?
Helm.
That's okay. That's what I wrote down. Who does he play for?
Titans.
Wow.
Yeah. There's another kid out there, Mitchell Evans, plays for the Panthers. And if you look at the Panthers scheme, right, look at their offense, he potentially could have, by mid to end season, he could be playing a lot.
It's also Elijah Arroyo for the Seahawks. They got drafted from Miami, University of Miami. They let Noah Fant go.
Yeah.
So AJ Barner is top of the list right now.
Yeah.
And they got Elijah Arroyo listed behind him, and behind him Eric Saubert. Wasn't he the backup to George Kittle last season for San Francisco? Eric Saubert?
Oh, I don't know.
I think
maybe. The Seahawks, they drafted 2 tight ends. They got Outs as well, Robbie Outs.
Oh, Outs? They have it listed as a fullback, though.
I don't know what you call him.
Outs, yeah. I'm not sure either. But they have the Hawks currently have him listed on the depth chart as a fullback.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they won't use him as a tight end, right? But
Well, you see the size of that guy, he can do whatever he wants.
and he's got that mustache, right? You remember I was thinking this the other day. Remember the Deadpool movie where they got X Force together?
Yeah.
Excuse me, I kicked a video there. They were
Well,
getting X Force together, and they brought in all the superheroes, and then they brought in that guy, and he's got the mustache, right? He doesn't have his superhero powers. He's just very enthusiastic. That's what that guy makes me think of.
yeah.
He makes me think of that dude because he's got that tall, narrow face, and he's got the big push broom mustache,
Big old
and
mud.
he's
Big old
smiling. He's just got this
super.
great smile on his face, like, man, am I glad to be here? And that's X Force. X Force. So anytime I ever see that guy take the field, if he's in there blocking for the running back or something, X Force. Yes.
So your rookie quarterbacks.
Rookie quarterbacks. That was
You think Cam Ward will start with for the Titans?
yes, I do. They shut down Will Levis. They sent him off to have surgery and
Oh,
put
that's
him on
right. That's
IR.
right. They cut his arm off. That's
Yeah,
right.
they cut his arm off. Said, Cam,
Okay.
you're the guy. Step
Yeah.
up. And then, like I think you and I've talked about it. I think Jackson Darts probably
Yeah.
starts by game 6.
Yeah. I think by midseason
I think they open the season with Russell Wilson, and unless they're on a huge winning streak,
yeah.
and I don't see that happening.
Yeah. Unless they're
Uh,
tearing it up 4 out of the first 6.
yeah, I
I don't
think
see
they're
us
gonna.
finishing the season.
I think the fans are gonna demand it.
Yeah. Well, they have that other kid too. The local. What's his name? The
Tommy,
local favorite.
Tommy,
Yeah.
you go right here. I got the
Yeah. The
depth charts handy. Tommy DeVito.
yeah. DeVito. Come on.
Tommy
Hey,
DeVito. So
come
they
on.
they also have Jameis Winston. And
They still have him.
so they've got Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart, Tommy DeVito. Do all 4 of those guys really
Yeah.
are they going to keep Russ and Jameson?
Yeah.
Because they're going to keep Jackson.
Yes.
Tommy they can put on the practice squad like they do. I mean, he's just a local fan favorite. I think he sells tickets late in the season when, they go, well, we suck. Bring back Tommy, right?
Yeah.
But does Jameis stay? Does Jameis, do they ship him, back to the Browns where they've got 5
I think
quarterbacks?
they keep. My gut would say if they're going to keep a veteran, they're going to keep him. They're over Russell.
Well, they could keep all 3. There's the third quarterback, emergency quarterback rule, and maybe Jameson just doesn't make the active roster every week.
I clearly have no idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So
How about Jalen Milroe with the Seahawks?
Milroe,
He was one of the rookies. They was.
I think he's a special package guy.
Hey
I
man,
think he's
it's the family show.
he's got a special
Kids watch
package.
this. Come on.
I think he comes in for those wildcat offense.
Yeah.
Trick or gadget plays or something special. You know, word is he's an excellent athlete.
Sure.
And he's developing as a quarterback, right? So does he supplant some Sam Darnold before the season's over? I really don't think so. I think that the Seahawks are happy to even just lose this season with Darnold and protect Milroe, keep developing him, and maybe start him next season if he shows some promise. Then again, there's no guarantee, right? The guy needs some work.
Sure.
But where else, so you got Dylan Gabriel and Shadur Sanders for the Browns. Right now, Kenny Pickett, he's got a minor injury. So it's Joe Flacco and the 2 rookies. They shut down Deshaun Watson. They put him on injured reserve. Because for a while there, I was going, hey, you guys keep talking about there's 4 quarterbacks. There's 5. There's 5 of them. And then they finally shut down Deshaun Watson and went, no, there's 4.
Yeah, they put him in a box and shipped him out.
And I think they'll cut him next season.
Yeah,
they'll eat whatever it is that they're going to eat next season. They're going to eat it both seasons starting now, but they're just not going to play him. But is it Flacco that starts? Wait, no, it's not Flacco. Excuse me. Who the heck did they bring in? Indiana, or not Indianapolis, the Browns. God, I had this all charted out. Oh, yeah, it is Flacco. who's competing with Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis? Oh, Daniel Jones. Ah,
Danny. Hey, Danny, how you
yeah.
doing? I don't know. I got hit hard last year.
Have to update my work here. Daniel Jones. Yeah.
Please
So
stand by.
is uh is Flacco gonna start for the Browns, or is it gonna be? I just don't see Dylan Gabriel or Shadur Sanders being ready enough to
Yeah, I see the
start.
Browns having a lot of running offense this year, you know, because I think there's going to be too much inconsistency at their quarterback, but unless they keep Flacco in there, and I think, I mean, he's our age. Sorry, that was a bad joke.
Well, that's,
Bad
well,
joke.
it's and if they do play Flacco, there's going to be a couple of games he has to take off. Uh,
Sure.
so is it? It's looking like Dylan Gabriel at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Dylan or Kenny.
can't remember.
What are they going to do with Shadur? I mean, what do you think there? What do you think is going to happen?
Well,
It's a PR nightmare no matter what. so, so what are you going to do? You cut it now? You wait till later? I mean,
that's yeah,
yeah,
that's tough because I mean four quarterback. I mean, we just talked about it with the Giants.
yeah,
They could keep three quarterbacks on the active well, not on the active rush, but they could 53 guys. They could have the third quarterback rule now. But I think one of them has to be inactive on game day over and over again, and you can only do that so many times, right? I don't know. I can't remember the quarterback rule.
yeah, and I just don't see
So
him.
could they keep all three, or does Shadur go play in the CFL for a season, or the UFL, or does Colorado, the Broncos pick him up, jam him on the? I mean, is there like I think the Patriots are thin on quarterbacks right now. Do they pick him up and just jam him on the practice squad? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah,
I it's going to be interesting to watch and find out what the heck happens.
I
Um,
kind of feel like he got drafted based on his name. I mean, that's what when he started falling there after the fourth round, and I'm just thinking to myself, well, that makes sense. There's something wrong with this guy. Well, they're probably going to draft him simply because of his name. And
I I
it's
agree, and
like
I
that's
remember
what it,
watching that draft weekend. I mean, I didn't get up early enough Saturday to watch all of Saturday, but I just remember it was the topic of the draft all draft long, and I thought, well, somebody's going to put us all out of our misery and finally
yeah,
draft the
pick
guy.
this guy, and
And
it's
and then sure enough, it was the Browns, the same people who drafted Johnny Manziel. So I
I'm
and
sorry.
after
I'm
they had
laughing
drafted
because
Dylan Gabriel 2 rounds earlier,
yeah,
and where they already had Joe Flacco and Deshaun Watson and Kenny Pickett on the roster. I mean, they already had all those guys.
yeah,
And then I thought, why are you drafting? You're drafting a fifth quarterback. What a disaster, what a
yeah.
mess. I just thought of another rookie, but it's hard to call him a rookie because I think the guy's like 26 or 46 years old. He was in college for like 6 years. Uh, Tyler Shock, or if you look at the word, it looks like show, Shough, but
Uh-huh.
he's using the Gaelic GHK sound, and he's saying it's Tyler Shock because Derek Carr retired, and
Hmm.
it really looks like it's going to be Tyler to take over the team, um, barring anyone else. I mean, I think he's got his grandkids coming down and rooting for him. Because
Yeah.
what Spencer? Oh, They just dropped Jake Hayner too. That's right. So now I think they only have Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shock on the team. I'm Spencer. I think he started a couple of games in relief of Derek Carr, but I think Shock's the guy. And don't they have
Shock
a new
the
coach?
guy.
They have a new coach this season too, right? They fired Dennis
Yeah,
Allen.
I believe they do.
So yeah, there
That's
are
yeah.
quarterbacks to pick from. I mean, that's what it was Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Tyler Shock, Jalen Milrow, Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, and continuing down from there, Kyle McCord. I can't remember where he went. Will Howard went to the Steelers.
Mhm.
Riley Leonard. Gosh, I don't remember where he went. Graham Mertz, Cam Miller, Curtis Rorick, and Quinn Ewers went to the Dolphins. I remember that somehow. Uh, yeah, interesting. We'll see. Get your work cut out for you, Chief.
Yeah. Not sure how I'm going to play this one yet, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
It'll be fun no
Riley,
matter what.
there we go. Riley Leonard to the Colts, Graham Mertz to the Texans, Cam Miller to the Raiders, Curtis Rourke to the Niners. Yeah. So it's gonna be fun. I don't
Yeah.
know. I remember you talking about us doing our draft here at the 16th
Yep. It's on the 16th at 5 o'clock.
on a Saturday.
That's right. It's on a
And
Saturday.
I
Yep.
thought, gosh, that seems kind of early. Don't we
No,
want to see how the preseason shakes out? And no, you made the point. You're not drafting the guys who are on the edge of the roster. You're drafting the guys who are already at the top of the roster.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that of course that makes sense. So
And you've
even
only
if they
got two
even if
weeks.
they have some wild blockbuster trade at the 11th hour just before the season starts, it's still a top.
Still got a
Justin
top player.
Jefferson is still Justin Jefferson, whether he's in a Vikings uniform or some
You're
other.
still playing Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. So
You might be.
so there is that. No,
Yeah.
no, I'll take Flacco over Rodgers. That's just
Oh yeah.
that's yeah.
But hey, last night's game. You want to talk about that at all? The Hall of Fame
I didn't
game
I
last
didn't
night?
what hey, sorry about that. I
You
didn't see
fall
that.
down?
I got back up. I'm good. You go
No?
and I didn't watch last night's game. I can admit it. I didn't.
Well, there are three takeaways I had from the game. One was that Trey Lance looked great.
Did they practice the Hail Mary?
No, they did not.
Wow.
But Trey Lance, 25-year-old Trey Lance, 13
Uh-huh.
and 20, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Wow.
He had these three really nice touch passes. At least one of them was for a touchdown. And it was one of those sweet ones where it just goes over the defense and just drops right in. I thought, wow, I don't think I've seen him throw the ball like that ever. I mean, I've seen him hurl that sucker. I've seen him try to do drop off pass, but that nice sweet little touch pass, he did three of them that were just. Remember we were talking about on a Hail Mary podcast. You know a nice pass when you see it. Those were some nice passes.
Nice.
Nice and calm in the pocket. He did snap one fumble, and on that one, he kind of just immediately got the ball back and went down. And I thought, oh, I would have liked to have seen him done something with that, but on the other hand, he had guys coming from both sides. So good idea to just protect the ball. He's competing with Taylor Heineke. I know you like that guy. So he's competing to have the backup job behind Justin Herbert. The other guy is this walk-on guy, cornerback Nico Reed. He had a 60-yard pickoff, a 60-yard return after an interception, and he had a couple other knockdown passes. That was like, wow, who's this guy?
Nice. Yeah.
And then the other one was how much the Lions just sucked donkey balls. And after the game, Dan Campbell said, we turned it over 5 times and we didn't get any takeaways. You're wearing Lions gear. You've got to take care of the ball or it's going to be hard to keep you around.
Nice.
Oh,
I think that's kind of how my boss talks to me right now.
damn.
Pretty much like, hey, you know what? You're going to need to do this or go home.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So he got the bat out and he lay down the wood. Man, I thought, well, you know where you stand with the guy.
Yeah. Shouldn't be any question going into week 1 of the season.
Yeah, right? I think they're going to have some rough practices this upcoming week.
Exactly.
Woo, man.
Perfect. There you go.
Any question about who Dan Campbell is? I think all you got to do is read that quote there, and
Read that quote. You should know.
Yeah. So aside from that, it was a Hall of Fame game. It's just fun to see football back, and
Yeah.
I like Chris Collinsworth. I know a lot of people hate that guy, but it's easy to hate on announcers. I think he does a good job, and Mike Tirico's coming around.
Yeah.
He's no Al Michaels, but he's getting there. And
Yeah.
uh,
Sure.
so then, that's the Hall of Fame weekend, and there's only four guys going in. Interesting bit of trivia, and I didn't believe it, and I went and looked it up, and I even looked up Shannon and Sterling Sharp are the only brothers in the Hall of Fame.
Huh.
I thought, wow, that out of all the relatives who have played. Now, a lot of times we think because it's father son, like the Matthews family, they were almost a dynasty for a while there. Well, okay, that's a relative, not necessarily a brother. But even that, there's very few relations that have actually made it to the Hall of Fame. I think
Yeah.
there's only one other like father son duo who are in the Hall of Fame. So Shannon and Sterling Sharp become the first two brothers in the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
wide
That's pretty
receiver,
cool.
tight end. That is kind of neat. Lifetime Charger Antonio Gates. Then the defensive. I remember Jared Allen when he retired from the Vikings. I remember he had somebody record him. He was on a horse, and it was just like this snow-covered
Yeah.
field. Just he was on the horse, and he said, "By the way, I'm retiring." And dude literally rode off into the
Throw it off
sunset.
into the sunset. Yeah, I remember that. That was
Hey, do it your way, brother.
epic.
Yeah.
Nice. And no
And
one's
then
seen him since. Yeah. Just
yeah,
out. Yeah.
and
That.
then hard hitting Eric Allen, defensive back from the Eagles.
Hmm.
That's going to be neat. I
Yeah.
don't know. Looking at the list, and aside from Jared Allen, I like those crazy Hall of Fame speeches. Like
Sure.
one of the all-time sack leaders. He was a Steeler and a Panther. Kevin, long blonde hair. He came up with told some crazy ass stories. And you can see the Hall of Fame people going,
Yeah.
kill the mic, kill the mic. No, keep it going, keep it going.
Yeah. Get
These
the
are the
hook.
stories Mickey Mantle used to tell us. Keep it going. But,
Nice.
okay. But so the upcoming season in general, you
Yeah.
know, uh, I thought, do we have time? Because I thought, what'd be fun is to just kind of just real quick go through, and just try to hit who. So per division, say the AFC East, who's going to finish first, second, third, fourth, right? So if we look at it, we go alphabetical order. We go Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots. Who's going to finish first in that division?
Bills.
Yeah, easy, right? The next easy one is probably who finishes last. Dolphins, Jets, Patriots. I struggled with this one a bit.
I think it's going to be between the Dolphins and the Patriots. Because
You think so?
I think the Jets will, they kind of rally a little bit. But yeah, unless they kill Aaron Rodgers early.
Well, that's it's the
No, no, no. I mean, just like he's like effigy type of thing, and then people are like, "Oh, shit."
burn him in effigy.
You know, you know what I mean?
It's
Just
like
they're just like looking
it's like
out, and
it's like when
we don't
it's like
even
when the
want to
Native
fight.
Americans burn sage,
Yep,
right? They're
we're
trying
not doing that. We're not
the
even going on the
the
field.
the
Yep,
voodoo witch doctor. She comes in and does a dance to ward off the evil spirit.
yep. Yeah, I don't know. So I would say probably the Dolphins, right?
Think of Dolphins, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
think
struggle. I thought the Patriots were going to do better this season because Drake May was coming around, and now they got Mike Vrabel in charge, and so I thought it would be Bills Patriots, and then I struggled with Dolphins Jets. I thought, I'm not sure the Jets have shed enough dysfunction to get out of the basement.
it's the Dolphins. Yeah,
Think so? Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you there. That's that sounds about right. I mean, like I said, I flipped it, but yeah, okay. How about AFC North? Bengals, Browns, Ravens, Steelers.
yeah, I think you got to go with the Ravens.
Me too.
I think you have to
They're just right there, aren't they?
there's
I mean, year
no.
after year, and they only got better. They got DeAndre Hopkins now.
But the Bengals are they're right there too.
The
So
thing about the Bengals, when you look at their losses last season, when you look at their wins, I mean, they're scoring 30, 40 something points, and they're losing the game by 2, 3, 6
yeah,
points. And so if they quit effing around and signed Trey Hendrickson, and they drafted that defensive end that they screwed
yeah,
around for a while,
sure.
so their defense did get better, but they've got four. They got Joe Burrow, the two wide receivers, Chase Brown running back. I mean, they got a great offense, but yeah, I still think they're behind the Ravens.
Yeah, they're behind the
I mean,
Ravens,
just
but they're
even if
they're right there. Unless the Ravens just implode, right? Unless they, something terrible happens. I don't see
well, we
them.
can only go with what we know, right? And we're assuming they're going to
We
go through the
clearly,
season healthy, so that's what we got to determine on right now.
we
So
clearly have no idea.
we
And
done.
so the worst team, I mean, I have to pick it's going to be the Steelers. I hope the
I think
Steelers.
so.
I mean,
I thought, they're gonna with DK and they let Najee Harris
I
go.
just want to see them implode. I just want to see them just too many attitudes on the field, just blow up. Just
I do.
DK personal fouls every game. Rogers like, ah, use time
Let's
out.
do it. Let's do it again.
Yep. It's like an old time Beavis. Just
It's good. How does the snap
yeah,
count?
yep, out. But I'm going to say Steelers lose that division.
Okay, I had the Browns at the bottom of the division. I just thought it's what a nightmare. I mean, yeah, even if you start Flacco,
Sure.
let's get honest. Good for Joe coming up off the couch and still being physically fit enough and
Sure.
40 something to play, but come on. So yeah, it's fun, having this little disagreement here. So how about AFC South? Let's see, alphabetical. Let's see, Colts, Jaguars, Texans, Titans.
Wow.
I thought the Texans are still going to be the class of the division with CJ,
Yeah.
and
I think you're right.
but then after that, you look Colts. They're still trying to figure out if Anthony Richardson can play quarterback. If not, it's Daniel Jones. You got the Titans, who I mean, Cam Ward, rookie quarterback. Uh, and then the Jaguars, Duval, with I mean, they've got Trevor Lawrence and Travis Hunter and Brian Thompson Jr., Brian
Yeah.
Johnson.
I mean, they added a couple receivers for Lawrence, but I don't think they fixed enough to, no. I think they'll be in the middle. So I think you have probably the Colts be the bottom of that division.
That's what I did. I did Texans on top, Colts on the bottom, and then I put Jaguars second, Titans third. I just it's and
Okay.
I kept them in bold because I did this around my little chart here because I thought that one could go either way. Yeah, that's.
Sure.
But now here's a tough division. I
Tough
mean,
one.
they're a great division last
Yeah.
season.
AFC West.
They're going to be a great division this season. We know them as the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Raiders.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I think the Chiefs. I think they're still going to win the division. I know you don't want to hear that,
Yeah. Well,
and I'm glad that we're in separate rooms right now.
either the Chiefs or the Chargers, right?
What's that?
Because it's the Chiefs or the Chargers. One of the two.
Ooh, little disrespect to
Yeah.
the Broncos.
Yeah. Screw the Broncos, man. I've never liked the Broncos, and I don't think I
Oh,
have.
really?
Yeah. it's not my thing, man.
Yeah.
It's all right.
See, that's how I am with the Ravens. I don't know why. Well, I know why for certain reason. I love their coach.
It was that layover you had back in the day when you stayed up north for an hour. But my gut is it's the Chiefs and the Chargers because I mean, the Chargers are another high octane offense. If they are hitting,
Yeah.
they're a good team.
And they're dying to play really well for their coach.
I think the Chiefs are just they're on that curve where they're going to start coming down. And if they don't fill up those holes, they've got some aging people on their team, and I think they are just two issues away from losing. That's what I think.
They had that last season. They lost two guys last season. They lost Rashee Rice and Isaiah Pacheco, running back, wide receiver. And But
Yeah,
you're but on the other hand, they got by with the
but
skin of their teeth, didn't they?
sloppy wins half the games.
Skin of their teeth.
I just don't think. I don't know.
So
That's
yeah,
wishful thinking.
I thought I was correcting you, but as I went through it, no, you're
I'm
right.
going to go Chargers. I'm going to go Chargers win that division.
Ooh, you're
Yeah,
putting the Chargers on top.
yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put them
Ooh.
on top, and I'm going to say that unfortunately the Raiders are going to lose that division, but the Raiders are not going to finish 2-12.
No,
They're going
no,
if they're
no,
going to
no,
be a
no.
500 team at
I would
best.
think they're going to be 8 or 9 and 8 or 8 and 9.
They're going to be right
They're,
around
and
500.
at the end of the season, they're all going to be going. We
Yeah.
are going to rock
Holy
next season.
crap.
We are
Yeah.
because they're going to have a run at the end of the season. It's
Yeah.
going to be kind of like the 2012 Hawks,
Yep.
where at the end of the season they're all going to start going, "Hey, we get it now. Hey,
Yep.
we're buying in. Hey, did you see us kick the shit out of those
Yeah.
guys
And
that we should have lost to?"
2026,
They're going to have
2026 would be different.
they're going to have a big upset or two at the end of the season. I'm with you on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pete's going to get them clicking on all cylinders by the end of the season, and they're a young team, and
Yeah.
so yeah, yeah,
Third or fourth. I mean, they may come in last, but they are definitely,
yeah.
going to have, they're going to be
Because
around a
the
500.
Broncos got better too. You
Sure,
know,
they did.
yeah. So
Admittedly, so they did. But I
yeah,
still have I got an
that's a
attitude.
tough. Look at that division. I mean, just look at the coaches in that division: Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, Sean Payton, Pete Carroll.
Yeah,
I mean,
great
that's a Hall of Fame
greatness
list
everywhere.
of
And
coaches.
if you're a player and you got to choose what division you went to, just put me anywhere in that division, and I'm going to play for greatness, right?
Yeah, I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong. Hall of Fame coaches, all of them.
Yeah, all of them. I would say
I
so.
just That's just amazing. Anyway, okay, we
And
hit the NFC East with
NFC East.
Eagles. Well, say Commanders, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants.
Eagles or Commanders. That's how I look at it. Who's going to win it? Eagles or Commanders? And I think the Eagles are going to take it because they tasted it last year. So
Well, they won it all. I mean, good for them.
yeah,
They only lost a couple of. They let a couple of key defensive guys go, but they were so strong defensively that I don't think it's going to hurt them. I think the Commanders are going to be improved. I
yeah.
mean, they already had. They're going to. I mean, McMillan right now. He's not McMillan. McLaurin, Terry McLaurin. Trade me. I think they're going to work it out and give the guy a contract. And they
Trade
also brought in Teteroya McMillan, so they
You
got.
know my feeling about those people that talk like that. Trade them. You're not going to the AFC East. I'll tell you that. But yeah, and I think bottom of the division is going to be the Giants.
Exactly what I had. I had Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't. As much as I despise the Cowboys, I think they're still better than the
Yeah,
Giants.
Dak coming back healthy, and they picked up Kenny.
I don't think Dak is ever going to be healthy. I think it's just a marketing ploy.
Yeah, is he on his final contract, or do you think he's got one more before they
Well,
send
he's
him
what
off to the barn?
30. He's what 32 now.
Something like that. He's kind of also been banged up over the years, right?
I don't think he's coming back, but that's just me.
After this contract, whatever it is, Dak Prescott.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think this is it for him. But I could be wrong because I was wrong that one time.
32. You're right about that. 32 years old. Just turned a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I was invited, but I was like, there's no way I can't go. Yeah, I think he's done though after this. Maybe step back and be the backup quarterback and let the young kid in there, but
I don't know.
I could see him being that kind of quarterback.
I don't see Dallas quarterbacks doing that though. They seem to lose their starting job and then retire. Tony Romo,
Jerry steps in. Jerry steps in and is like, I can take it from here.
What a dysfunctional group. Anyway, they better fix that Micah Parsons thing pretty soon. What a mess. Anyway,
Yeah.
So NFC North. Let's see.
Yeah, Bears, Lions, Packers, and the Vikings.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is an easy one.
I think Lions, right?
Yeah.
I think the Packers do better than the Vikings this year. Then it's the Vikings, and then sadly the Bears.
Yeah, I think the Bears are at the
Bears. I
I
mean, they've
think
got they picked up what's the guy's named
got
the Ben
dysfunction.
Johnson as the coach. I see Ben Johnson. Okay, he's an offensive guy and he's going to be a quarterback whisperer. And they got Caleb Johnson or Johnson, Caleb, whatever his name is. There's some team. You talk about culture. Like Pete Carroll's going to go to the Raiders, and he's going to change the culture. It's always compete, but he's going to have a strong defense, and
Mhm.
he's going to have a running game as we ground and pound. And so
Yeah,
that's not just culture. I think the always compete is the culture, but Pete's DNA is strong, tough defense, great secondary, own the ball by a good running game. The
yeah,
DNA of the Bears is so tied up in its defense and its linebackers. And I mean, think back. Can you remember a franchise quarterback beyond Jay Cutler, Rex Grossman, and Jim McMahon?
yeah,
And McMahon wasn't even a franchise guy. He wasn't around that long. He was just there for the 85 Bears, the most dominant defense there's ever been. He happened to be the quarterback for that team. And Rex Grossman, he went to the Super Bowl with the Bears when Lovie Smith coached the team, and they had an amazing defense. Can their DNA change enough to turn them into an offensive team to where they give Caleb Williams this opportunity to be a gunslinger and run all this great offensive? Yeah, I don't know that they get out of the basement. I
yeah.
just,
I don't think so. I
yeah.
think they're stuck down there. They got, yeah, like you said, they too much dysfunction, and I like hating on them. Well, how
And the
about the
Vikings, I mean, JJ McCarthy, it'll be
Yeah,
talk
it'll
about
be
first year
interesting.
guy. He's not necessarily a rookie, but he's a first year guy,
It'd
right?
be interesting to see how the Vikings do because
Yeah.
they
So,
they're starting to rebuild, and I like that
well,
because
not necessarily, but look, they were what 14-3 last season with Sam Darnold.
mhm,
And that was a guy out of nowhere. Can they match something like that? I don't know that they could get
yeah,
that high again, but I think the Packers with Jordan Love coming together and they got Matthew Golden, that new, yeah, anyway, Lions. Yeah, Lions. NFC South, unless we got something else.
no, go ahead.
Oh,
Falcons, Panthers.
Buccaneers, yeah, Panthers, Falcons, Saints. I got to say Buccaneers.
Yeah,
I think even though they lost their offensive coordinator to Jacksonville,
hmm
right across the state, the Panhandle there. I still believe in. I mean, they got Chris Godwin back, uh,
Mike Evans,
Mike Evans. They got a great tight end, Kate.
Baker's healthy.
They brought in a couple of new guys. Their running back's a great running back. They got a great backup running back, and they're letting uh, Baker Mayfield just be himself.
Yeah, and Baker's healthy, which is nice.
And
Which
he's
is
healthy, and he's happy, and he's slinging it. And
and he's out there talking trash and making friends.
I just don't see anybody else in the division stepping up to beat him. I mean, maybe the Falcons can give him a run for their money with Michael Penix, but he's an unknown quantity. What, he's got 5 starts?
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah. I think Penix is going to do pretty well this year.
I mean,
I
we
do.
like him because he played
Yeah, we're
college here in
like
the undisclosed location of the Great Pacific Northwest.
yeah,
So, but I'm saying we got to see him play. It's
yeah,
easy for us to kind of believe in the guy because we've seen him do some good stuff. But I don't see the Falcons
yeah,
beating
going
the
getting
Bears.
crazy. Now,
But
I would love to see the Falcons go crazy and Penix just make a run for it and take the division. I would love that.
I don't see the
I don't
Saints
see
or
that.
I don't see the Saints or the Panthers
Yeah,
really competing with either of those two
I
guys.
don't see them.
In fact, I see the Saints doing better than the Panthers.
Yeah, there you go. I see the Panthers sweeping up after everybody else, emptying
But
the trash and turning.
even then,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I go Buccaneers number 1, Saints 0.
Oh, you're putting the Saints in the basement, huh?
Yeah, I put them in the basement.
Oh, you're getting the Panthers a little
Yeah,
bit of love
yeah,
there.
just a little bit.
All right. So then we get into our favorite.
Our favorite. Yep.
We get the Cardinals,
West.
Niners, Rams, Hawks, because you're a stinking Niners fan and I'm a stinking Hawks fan.
What are you gonna do?
And I got to tell you,
No.
I sat and I thought about this one because of our affiliation with the NFC West. And I personally, Even now, I'm struggling with it, but I'm going to say
But
it. I think it's the Rams, then the Niners.
wow, okay. Well, it's been a good episode. Yeah. You know, I'm struggling with that too, because I
Yeah.
think when you look side by side with the roster, you look at you look at the team. I think the Rams have an edge. I
But
do.
the Niners have a
The
favorable
Niners,
schedule.
their schedule, those first 8 games, I just that's kind of
Oh,
giving make that gives me the feels, right? So
yeah.
that's why I think that the Niners have the edge in that division.
You got a point.
Um, I don't
Great
think
point.
the Cardinals are going to be. I mean, they'll be good. They always are. Kyler's great. I think they're going to be a contender, but I don't think that they are going to do as well as the Seahawks. I think people are going to be surprised by the Hawks, and the Hawks are going to be second. So I'm going to go 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals.
Wow.
I'm going to
Look at
write.
that one.
I'm going to write it down.
Holy cow.
I'm
How
just going to
about
write it
that?
down.
I had it Rams Niners, and I'm struggling with that even now. I might switch that around. But I had the Hawks coming in third,
Well, I'm trying to give you some
and
love.
the Cardinals, yeah, still in the basement there. I don't know what's going on with them. Uh,
Well, ever since
and they're
Mr.
right here in our division. I mean, I just
ever
don't know
since
what.
Mr. Fitzpatrick retired, so the
Yeah, and
love.
now second year they've got Marvin Harrison Jr. second year, and he put on some pounds in the offseason. So I mean, he's not just tall and fast now. He's tall and fast, and he's got some upper body strength to contest those catches. So because last season he seemed like, hey, first round draft pick, very high up. I mean, he was what, number three, and he was persona non grata all season. I can't remember who drafted him in our fantasy league, but I felt bad for him because he was supposed to be, all that in a bag of chips, as they say, and I think he struggled throughout the season. So I have higher hopes for him this season, and they've got a great Trey McBride is their tight end, and James Conner is their running back. Who Purple Rain had that was Purple Rain's consistent running back every weekend.
Yeah,
When I told you, went back and reviewed some of the teams and what their roster was, that was his consistent guy. And he had a number of good players on his team, but that was the guy who was consistently getting him somewhere in the area of 15 to 25 points.
yeah,
And I thought that's wild. Because it's another Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh
Trey
has a way of shedding good running backs.
Trey Benson. Is that what you're thinking of?
Trey Benson? No, I thought it was James Conner.
Oh, James Conner. I'm sorry, because they have Trey Benson, Jay Conner,
Yeah,
Michael
James
Carter,
James Conner's their guy. Yeah,
DJ Dallas. I don't even know who that guy is, but
DJ Dallas. Yeah,
yeah,
former Seahawk.
yeah, former Miami Super and
Yeah,
Miami University of. Yeah, all right. So there you have it. I'm going
that's
to go with 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals.
that is awesome.
I could
That's
be wrong
awesome.
because clearly I have no
That's
idea.
really, I have no
I
idea.
really do have no idea.
Here's one I want to poke at you,
Sure, fire away.
and it's just the idea is a mess. The more you get into the weeds and in the details, there's a new guy, a new billionaire in the UFL. He just bought a team. The guy came up with, I don't know, vitamin water and Under Armour, and he sold it all to Pepsi or something for billions. I don't know what team he's buying, but he's becoming, a big swinging dick in the UFL, and he wants the UFL to expand to 16 teams. Wow,
Excellent.
that's lofty, and they're moving all sorts of teams around as it is
Yeah,
anyway.
great.
And I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if the UFL could become a farm system for the NFL?
Wow.
That's tough, 16 teams, you'd have to have teams share a UFL team.
Sure.
Plus, they wouldn't, do you play them in the spring? Would you have to play in the fall so you could like develop guys and they come back from injury and they could rehab
Or
with
do
the
they
farm
play in
team?
the same season times and just pull them up if you
Kind
need
of what I'm
them?
saying, or maybe they offset it a little bit. They play in the summer through the fall, or maybe they play in the fall through the winter. So it's not exactly the same. Where they play on Wednesdays or something. They play, I don't know. But the more you get into it, I mean, you look at the NFL. There's a possibility a player could play 25 games. Well, 26 if they get traded and they don't have a bye week. If you include like the Hall of Fame game, wild card weekend, and all that. Major League Baseball, there's a possibility you could play 213 games. So there's plenty of time to go up and down into a farm system, where in the NFL, every game counts so much more in terms of,
Yeah,
yeah, that's,
I I think that's pretty interesting. Yeah, that's Rapole. Rapole, is that his name?
yeah, Mike
I, yeah,
Repole. Yeah.
I heard about that. Uh, I think if I like what you're going with that. I think we should do a full segment on it. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
let's
do a full
reserve that
idea.
for later.
I would put him as just my initial thoughts is farm system mirrored just like baseball, right? Same season, you just move them up, right?
Yeah. Or let's say you got a guy who's rehabbing,
Let's say
right?
you have five quarterbacks and you need a place to drop Shadir because he pisses everybody off and he could throw the ball.
But yeah,
So
if you
you
only got
drop him down.
16, but let's say you only have 16 teams in your farm system,
Sure.
you'd have to
You double
like
them up.
double up, right? So you don't want it to be the Eagles and the Cowboys sharing a farm
Two
team,
teams
right?
per two teams per division.
So
Something.
you'd have to maybe say maybe a team in the AFC East and the NFC East share a farm team.
Maybe.
That way
Sure.
they're not direct competitors as division rivals,
But
but
why
they're
not?
same geographically. I don't know.
Then we get
But
rid of
yeah,
the
yeah.
division thing and start playing. Everybody plays a team, and
Oh,
we're gonna have a great time.
that's a whole other. I
That's a
think
whole
that's a whole
nother
other podcast you and I do where we talk about playoff seeding, division rivalries,
Yep.
seasonal each. Who your opponents are season after season. That's good. I like the way the season, as we jump around from topic to topic here. Keep up. I like the way that the seasons are. There's maybe just because I like the symmetry of it all. Where I mean, we know next season who the Seahawks opponents are going to be, short of
Hmm.
4 games.
Yeah.
We know which division we're going to be playing. We don't know where we're going to be home and away, but we know, right off the top, 6 games are going to be our division opponents, and then we're going to play, say, the NFC East and the AFC South. So there's 8 more. So that's 14 games. Now we need to play whoever finished in the other NFC divisions, finished the same spot as the Hawks did or the Niners did. And then we're going to play either an AFC team or an NFC team in that final 17th game. I like that. There's symmetry to that. Plus, well, I don't want to get into it too deep, but it used to be just what a mess. Remember back when there were 3 divisions per conference? That what was it? The East, West, and
And
Central,
Central. Yeah.
and there was 6 teams in some divisions and 5 teams in others, and
Other. Yeah.
and oh, what a mess. And I just remember at one point, I think the AFC West was a 6-team division very briefly, and I thought it just made it that much harder for the Seahawks to beat the Broncos because it was the John Elway era, and
You
or
had
or,
to bring that
or the
up.
Raiders or the John Madden Raiders or the Mike Flores Raiders or the Art Shell Raiders. And the Chiefs always seem to have our number. But so when they went to 4 teams each, 4 divisions per conference, wow, this is perfect. But that was when the Texans joined the league, and what the Browns had rejoined. They rejoined in '99, and the Texans it was 2002, right?
They tried to defect to the UF or to
And
the
that's when the Hawks moved back to the NFC and the NFC West. Uh, anyway,
yeah. Well, there you
it's
go.
fun. I've got a whole other, I've got all these things. I should send you some of this stuff I've looked up, like
Bring it on
history of
over.
team names and stadiums, NFL teams and the cities they actually reside in.
Huh?
Uh, it's interesting, because the Santa Clara 49ers and the Landover, Maryland Commanders and versus the Arlington Cowboys. Uh, Come on, you liars! Get in the
Sure.
city you say you belong in. Uh,
All right. Well, hey,
hey, like and subscribe.
yes,
I mean, we should hold people hostage before we even get going.
we shouldn't, but you need to
Yeah,
subscribe
like and
below. Put
subscribe.
some comments in. Who do you think is going to win the NFC West?
Oh, that's the next thing. Yeah, who's actually going to make it to the playoffs?
Who do you think's going to make it to the playoffs? Who is
Uh,
your top five that are going to be drafted? Top five running backs, or your number one running back? Put it in the chat in the comments below.
yeah, what's
And
your
all,
draft strategy?
Gardner, as always, you're welcome. Come on in. You know that the prize is right there waiting for you. It's right
Here,
there.
right here. This is it. Let's see if I can get it without a glare on it.
Steve
There we go.
Austin
That's
action figure. Look
look
at
at that. Look at that man.
7th edition.
Jamma.
With the title belt and the knee braces. We can all relate.
Did it come with a knee brace? Look at that
Well,
son of a.
Yeah, and
That's
you know they were going to put the prototype had beers with it, but
Oh,
you a 6-pack. Come on.
justice. Beautiful.
Until next time.
We really have no idea.
None.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Cheers.
Good day.
And